Hi guys, welcome back on Four Towers Films.
Doug 218. How you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good.
And how are you guys doing? We are here to recap Survivor Winners at War, Season 40, Episode number 10.
And what an episode it was. It was
It's a good episode.
the family visit.
It was a family visit. We've reached the family visit.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And actually, that's how we started off. Jeff was waiting where they normally do all their challenges. And the tribe came in, and what's different is, you know how normally it's like one person per family or friend or whatever comes visit them. Well, a lot of them was almost our entire family came. Like, so they had kids, or kids came, the wife or husband, you know.
Everyone that could make it
actually showed up. This is the first time we've ever seen that. I think this is the first time they've ever done that on Survivor.
And like, as we both have seen in previous episodes, when they reach this point, that's when they have the competition. Whoever wins gets to take their chosen family member.
And then they usually pick one or two others to go with them. But this time, nope. There was no competition. They all got to enjoy time with their families.
Even
those on Edge of Extinction, which is a first. They've never done that before. So, of course, there's only been like 2 Edge of Extinctions. But, you know.
It was nice to see. And after 40 seasons?
It's 40 seasons.
40 seasons. That's a nice way to say thank you to all of them who helped get this show to where it is.
Well, they're all winners. So
they're all winners.
They've been doing a lot of things differently this season, you know, like with that, and, you know, we'll look at fire tokens, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's different. It's nice to see that they all got to spend time with their family, including those that are sitting on Edge of Extinction. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
You know, we go from the nice feel-good moment with everyone's family, then we jump right back into it. It's the immunity challenge. Now, they've done this one before where they have to spell out on blocks, also balancing a table, moving back and forth, immunity.
Well, moving the table's attached to a rope. You know, they have to balance it and they're backing up.
That's kind of what I said.
No, you didn't. You left out the rope, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Where they have to balance it, and it's like a building block thing. They've used it multiple times before, so.
Like we've said.
It had to spell immunity.
So, Tony and Kim, they jumped out to an early start. Early lead. Tyson, Nick, Ben, and Jeremy weren't trailing that far behind them. But like everything else with this challenge, you have to find that rhythm to get it done. And
you have to keep it balanced. So, I mean, if you rush, you're more likely to drop all your blocks. But if you're steady, you're more likely to win. So it actually came down to Tyson and
Ben and Tony.
Ben and Tony. I thought it was Tyson, but Ben and Tony.
Tyson, boom. It was Ben and Tony. They were like neck and neck, maybe a block apiece.
It came down to really one, whoever got to the end first really won it.
And
it ended up being Tony.
Won his first immunity idol ever in his Survivor career. So
it's not often that you can win the whole show with not winning one.
Exactly.
One immunity. Very unusual.
So he's excited to go back to camp. He knows he's safe.
Yeah.
He knows he's safe. And all the talking starts. And the names we saw thrown around were...
Well, there's really 2 definitive groups. You see that later on at Tribal Council. But the names are mostly being thrown around were from one group, Sophie or Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other group, they're primarily focused on Kim, getting Kim out. But that's primarily the ones you kept hearing.
You know, and it was just a bunch of back and forth. And
although you thought, like, I don't know if you really got a definitive of who either side really wanted to pick out. You kind of got the idea that the one side was going to vote for Kim, really. And then I think she kind of got wind of that. So you assume she does have an idol, and she told her group, like Tyson and I think Jeremy, and that she had an idol.
Well,
so she could use it. And Denise, I believe, is part of that group. And then they're saying, well, okay, maybe between Sophie or Sarah. They do have an idol, because remember, they've got that combined idol where they put together for the one. So, again, either side, the ones who're targeting have an idol. Well, of course, I don't think the other side knows that. But, but Sarah's also got an advantage.
Excuse me, while all this is going on, Jeremy's name gets thrown into the mix. Because they think he's doing too much protecting of other players, and he's always going against the grain, apparently. Maybe?
I guess.
So, basically, Jeremy, Tyson, and Kim all say to each other, we're going to be our 3 ride or die.
Like ride or die, yeah.
And,
they're looking for somebody to, like, pull in with them.
And so she also told Denise about this.
Right.
You know, so that's probably their, like, wild card kind of...
Well, their numbers kind of thing, to ensure that they have more of the numbers kind of going forward. Because, I mean, there's still quite a few left in this game.
And then it's like Tony goes to Sarah and says that Jeremy threw her name out. You know? And Tony's just doing what Tony does. Tony's a real hot stirrer, you know, like, and trying to cause drama, because he's thinking the more drama I cause, the less the focus is off of me.
Well, because his kind of way of thinking is not to make himself the biggest target, to have a shield, so somebody's a bigger target ahead of him, and then you don't get rid of that target, because, you know, because then they're going to go after them before they come after me. So, and that's kind of how he's always done it.
But you also, like, Jeremy's also thinking, well, maybe I should use my advantage. You know, like he's tossing it. Excuse me. That maybe he should use the advantage. That would protect him. He wouldn't be able to vote.
But he'd be safe.
He'd be safe. So, we
do go to tribal council. And at this point, it's still kind of really in the air. I mean, it seemed like they were almost definitive against Sophie or Sarah, even with Jeremy's name being thrown around. But they're the names that came up the most, it seems like. And the other side seemed to kind of be focusing more on Kim. So as soon as they kind of get there and Jeff starts asking questions, they all start whispering yet again with each other, kind of like what happened last tribal council, you know. So and Jeff even brought that up, like, oh, here we are again. Everybody's getting up, whispering, talking, kind of thing. So obviously, you could tell nobody feels safe.
Yeah.
So before they go to vote, Jeremy uses his advantage.
But it was that back and forth between Jeremy and Sarah. They both. Well. You gonna do it?
But we had no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know if Sarah knows he had that advantage, and if he knows she has the advantage. Maybe they do. I don't remember seeing any conversation with them that they told each other. I know Sophie knows Sarah has an advantage, I believe, but I didn't know Jeremy did, or I don't remember seeing any conversations that they talked about that. Maybe they did, that we didn't see.
It was like this back and forth, and then Jeremy says, fine, I'm going to use mine. Jeff reads it out. Basically, he can't be voted for,
and he actually leaves.
And he can leave,
and he can't vote, so he's safe.
So there's advantage 1.
So then Sarah decides to use her advantage, which is steal a vote. So she comes up and she steals Denise's vote.
Yeah,
not really sure why she picked Denise, but she picked Denise. So,
and then it was.
And then Kim decided to use her immunity idol, and she's standing there. She's wondering who to use it on.
Yeah,
of course, she could use it for herself, but she decides to use it on Denise.
Because, like we said, you know, it was looking like Denise was at the lower rung of everything, and so.
Well, it seems like because she, like, look, even the last time, like when she used her and got rid of Sandra, everybody voted for Denise. So it seems like, you know, Denise would be a potential target. But so, you know, and she actually did get a couple votes.
Yeah.
However, the majority of the votes actually went to Tyson.
It was like,
And I don't remember anybody bringing his name up at all the whole time they were talking.
well, there was a talk about splitting the votes.
Right, but they didn't say with who. It sounded like it was going to be between Sarah and Sophie.
Well, that's it. And then Tyson got waylaid.
Yeah,
And,
by us too. We were kind of like, we didn't even see them talking about Tyson.
and he was PO'd.
Oh yeah, he was
PO'd.
completely blindsided. I mean, he just more or less got back, and now he's gone again.
And the look on the jury's face was like,
And they're like, "Ah, Tyson."
poor dude.
I think last week he kind of expected to get voted out, but I think he thought maybe. I mean, granted, it's only like 3-day interval, so this would be like 3 days after that. But that's how the head's set up.
Mhm.
But I think he might have thought he might have reintegrated because they were more or less talking about using him.
He thought he dodged it.
But apparently not.
Jeff extinguishes his torch. He turns around. He's like, "I'll see you guys soon."
Because remember, they got one more chance to get back in the game. So as he's leaving, where he doesn't have fire tokens. So when they put the fire tokens in, he actually flipped them off. Not them, but the names.
All the names. The drama this episode. We saw we saw the nice family thing, and then the chaos that ensues every tribal council this season. And we watched the revolving door with Tyson.
It's not unexpected that they would have targeted Tyson. Like, I actually kind of expect them to target him last week, and I think he did too.
Yeah, he was prepared for that.
But I think they just thought it was a bigger fish to fry last week than Tyson, that they could get him out the next time, and that's exactly what they did. But it's just funny because we didn't see, obviously they did, but we didn't see them even talking about Tyson at all. So.
Well, that's what kind of threw us for a loop, because all of a sudden, bang, you start seeing the votes of his name coming out.
Yeah.
Like, where did this conversation happen?
Like we said, they shoot them, I guess, 24 hours a day, and you're only seeing an hour of 3 days worth of stuff. So somebody obviously talked about them, and that's probably what they were whispering about, but we just didn't see it,
True.
But, that's how it works, I guess. But all in all, it was a good episode, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It was worth watching. And we hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we upload every time Survivor airs. Take care, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.